Hello, my little goblin ghouls, and welcome to the Horror Herald.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was in cosplay.
Yo.
You called me here.
This is the mask.
This is the mask.
This is what the mask
is. That's the point of Tabascus.
Hello, welcome to the channel. Thank you for not skipping yet. My name is Leo. This is Louis. But yes, hello and welcome to the Horror Herald. So glad you're here. Today is a very special day.
Yes, it is.
Is it a special day?
Yes, it's a special day.
Yeah, we're doing
Insidious,
a review.
baby.
Insidious, that's right. We were reviewing Insidious, the Red Door.
Door.
I was about to say the Last Door.
The last key.
It apparently it might be the last Insidious movie. So there you go.
I'm not sure if I want it to be.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. Without saying, giving anything away about our review for this, franchise, this movie. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I prefer a good, solid, short franchise than a long one.
But like,
besides Halloween.
but like this one, the last one, like there wasn't an ending. Like Insidious 4 isn't really an ending to the franchise.
You want like a proper,
because like they were like this was like, okay, we're gonna end the franchise. I'm like, okay, cool, and then they did this one. And
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
We're not gonna say exactly what happened yet, but we'll just let you know this is a spoiler review.
It is.
That is right, a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the movie,
hell you doing?
But also if you just want to watch this, that's fine. But then go and see the movie. But thank you for coming. Yes, this is we're gonna do a review. But before we do a review, we always do a thin. We always do a special thin. As you can kind of see here, we have a QR code. Yes, and a QR code. And you know why we have a QR code?
Why do we do it?
We have a QR code because we have a sponsor. That's right, a sponsor. No, don't skip yet. Don't skip.
Don't
skip. I'm sick of the skipping. Don't skip because this ain't like your normal sponsor. This is a website, a special.
You see how much effort we put into the set? That's how much effort is put into this by our sponsors.
It's a great one. For this week, we always have a sponsor every time we do a lovely little episode. So our sponsor for this,
I have no idea what it is.
Our sponsor for this episode is velvetvideo.weebly.com. Velvet Video.
What does that mean?
It's a special little video store. So if you're into DVDs and Blu-rays.
I'm into DVDs, not Blu-rays.
Oh, not Blu-rays. Blu-rays are great.
No, I don't like seeing well.
But yeah. No, but you might be thinking that's an actual thing. That's a store. No, check it out.
Okay.
Because it's comedic. It's a little spoof. It's a little bit of fun little DVD. But it's good. It's well worth your time. All these websites are worth your time. So check them out. Check them. I think maybe not. No, some of them are shit, but some of them are alright. But anyway, check that out. But thank you. Now we're on to our fun little segment that we always do. Horror news. So this week in the horror news. Now, as we always say, this is a disclaimer because we often film these like weeks before we would actually release the video. We'll try to get better at that. But unfortunately, this week's horror news may be a little bit old by the time you see this video. First on the horror news, I'm going to get it up on my phone because I am a little bit lazy these days.
Yeah, he's so lazy.
I'm a lazy boy.
Yeah, I did all this.
The first thing is more casting announced for Alien TV series.
Thank God. I saw the Babadook and I was like, they better not be doing a sequel.
No.
I was like, please
no. But the star, Elsie Davis, is joining the cast of the new Alien TV series.
Isn't it done filming?
I don't think so.
And that's a new movie.
I think maybe the new movie. But it's a TV series coming to FX. And some people have already been cast, like Sydney Chandler. I was about to say Challenger. Sydney Chandler. She was from Don't Worry, Darling. And we have other people like Alex Lothar from. He was like a main character in The End of the Fucking World. You may have to. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You don't bleep it. Sorry, we swear all the time.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Lots of other people. People from Black Mirror. People from The White Tiger.
Okay.
But its production has begun on Wednesday, July 19th. And they're filming in Thailand, which is interesting.
Oh.
Thailand, which is kind of cool. And it's going to have, with crew filming scenes that don't include SAG-affiliated actors. So they're filming scenes without people from SAG.
Because she's Australian. She's not in SAG.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. She might be. She
might not be filming.
But they might be doing
yet.
stuff that's like,
not her yet.
We could do that for CGI and
just like the alien one around.
But yes, of course, because the writers' strike, it's pushing everything back.
Do you support the writers?
I support the writers' strike.
I haven't talked about it. We support the writers' strike
as writers.
Writers.
No, but of course.
Because this is a review, there is no boycott on reviews, so we are allowed to do reviews. We are not going against any guidelines. We made sure about that. So reviews are allowed, but we will not be promoting any aim pump.
We made a rule now that every review we do has to be negative to support the writers' strike.
No, of course, but
yeah. But of course, support the strike. Yeah.
And if you don't, fuck you.
Yeah. Yo, Bob Iger.
Yeah, Bob Iger.
Look at me. I know you're looking at me. I know that. I know. Stop it. You stop. Anyway,
A24 has accepted all of the stuff. Did you hear about that? So A24 has accepted.
A24.
Yeah, has accepted every single thing, and they're back to filming.
They're back to filming.
Yeah.
Oh, so
A24 has accepted all of the strike stuff. I say A24.
Why are you saying A24?
Fine, A24.
Why are you saying A24?
Because it's what it is. A24.
It's A24. What the fuck?
A24.
What is happening? You've never said it like that before. Why are you now saying A24?
It's just easier for me. A24. Fine, A24.
It's
A24 has accepted all of the things. So
they're paying.
They're paying all of the stuff. So they're allowed to go back to filming.
Common A24 win. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, you said A24. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
You said
that's
wing.
Not the same
you
thing.
You said wing.
That's a comment below. Is it the same thing? I don't think so. Anyway, we're meant to expect a scary thrill ride set not too far in the future here on Earth. Alien shit. Kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the aliens came 2004.
You say?
Huh?
Yeah. Anyway, but yes. All right. Next then. What is the next then? Oh, wait. Is
American?
That? Yeah. Okay. American Psycho comic book is going to be released, which will expand on the 2000 movie starring Christian Bale. Now, I don't know. You probably don't care too much.
I care. I saw this accidentally. So.
But yes, this is a new comic book. We'll be expanding comic book series coming out in October, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be there for that. I'm getting into comic books again.
Is Meg going to be part of it?
Sorry?
Is Meg going to be part of it?
Meg
from Family Guy.
Here's the thing. There are images, I've seen covers for issue 1, and there has been a woman killer, and I'm like, are they doing American Psycho 2? Are they doing a comic book version of American Psycho 2?
Oh, comic accurate.
I mean, I haven't seen American Psycho 2, but apparently it's not great.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would like it. I've seen scenes, and it seems like...
I saw the kill count.
It seems weird. But basically, yeah, a new comic book series is coming out that's going to expand on the 2000s movie.
Meme?
Not me. Whoa, the details this afternoon. Oh, here we go. It's going to be a dual narrative, one showing a different perspective of Patrick Bateman's killing spree with a notable twist, and another revealing a modern-day arc with surprising connections to the past, whatever that means. I mean, the new tale, a social media-obsessed millennial, Charlie Crathers, goes on a downward spiral filled with violence. Drug-fueled partying leads to bloodshed as Charlie leaves a trail of bodies on her way to discovering the truth about her dark nature.
Why is it always every time they do a millennial or Gen Z, it's they're obsessed with that. It's like going in the 1950s and they're obsessed with newspapers.
I mean, I'm gonna read it, but
yeah,
is Patrick Bateman in this?
Oh yeah, it
has to be.
It's two different versions, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a dual narrative, so maybe they looking at that person and also Patrick Bateman.
Maybe they couldn't get the rights to his face.
Well, look at the covers.
Nope.
Look at the covers.
I'm not looking.
No, but okay, all right. Interesting. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll buy issue 1. See if it grabs me. Buy the nards. But anyway, yeah. Final news. Sorry, this is a bit of a slow one today. But the final one is new Saw X image of Tobin Bell releases. We know this.
And it's coming out early now.
Yeah, a month early. Which
September 29th. Something like that. Right?
What year? What year, Louis? What year?
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
Legit?
Yes, this year.
Legit?
Yeah.
I said there was nothing going on this year. I'm wrong. I'm just objectively incorrect. We got FNAF.
I follow the guy who's. I follow this guy who's doing this.
No fucking way. Really? Wow. Yeah. I thought it was 2024.
Because horror got liked by the guy who made Jigsaw. So I follow him.
Wow.
And he posted this is coming out this year because everyone's thinking because they're releasing it early because FNAF is coming out around the same time this was going to be coming out.
Okay.
So everyone's saying they're releasing it a month early.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought there was nothing left. Is it a prequel?
Yeah, it's a prequel where he goes to Mexico to find a mystery drug, to cure him.
Okay. So
miracle drug.
Anyway, I'll read the article. It probably says it. But so the cast of Saw X. So yeah, September 29, 2023. It's coming out. Tobin Bell's return in Saw X. Above and expect more soon. The cast for Saw X includes Juanita Vaca. I don't think I pronounced that right.
I love how they give
from
you
Midnight
the
Family, Paulette Hernandez from Crown of Tears, Joshua Okamoto from Control Z. I don't know any of these. So this is great. Yeah. New people. But it's set between the events of Saw 1 and Saw 2. Ooh, the good period. Ooh, yum. A sick and desperate John travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer.
I hope it works.
Only to discover the entire operation is a scam.
Well, no shit.
To defraud the most vulnerable. I wonder what he's going to do.
I wonder what he does.
I wonder what he's going to do. The infamous killer returns to his work, turning the tables on the con artist in his signature visceral way through devious, deranged, and ingenious traps. All right, Saw.
Yeah.
It's Saw.
It's Saw.
All right, yeah, okay.
Do you think it's going to be good?
It's going to be as good as the sequels.
So not very?
Saw 2's good.
Yeah, but come on.
Saw 1's good.
Yeah, but that's not a
Saw
sequel.
6 was fun.
Yeah, okay.
Saw 3 was not that bad.
We like Saw.
Right.
Saw 4 sucks.
I like...
Saw 5 is awesome.
I don't like Saw 5. I don't like it as much as Louis.
I
don't mind it, but it gets a bit like
I like
the flashbacks get
solving.
confusing.
I like them being solved and stuff. I like the mystery. I don't know. I haven't watched it in years, so I might be wrong. Anyway,
I can have fun with any Saw film besides like Jigsaw and Spiral was whatever. But shout out to the guy who made it.
No. Actually, Spiral is actually okay.
It was
Spiral was good.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Samuel Jackson was in it. And Chris Rock. Yeah. Anyway, but yes, that is our new segment, and now we're going to Insidious the Red Door. Oh yes, and before we do that, we must jump into our new angle. So get excited, everyone. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready. We jump into the new angle.
Okay. That is where I'll read. Let's do that again. I don't know.
Whoa!
Jeez, don't scare me like that.
Oh, I'm a spooky
we
man.
opened the door, and now we're now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Now we have to save the demon.
The demon.
The demon's trapped us, and now we have to wait for our friends to save us.
What? Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, hello. Hi, and welcome back to No Herald. No. We are now in a special new angle.
I've even talked about how, because when we did Halloween, we talked about how much you love Halloween. This is like my franchise.
Yeah, go for it. Louis, have a little talk.
Oh my god, I'm actually a bit sick.
He's tearing up.
Yeah. No, are you okay there?
Just trying to get my mic. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So Insidious, the first one was actually one of the first horror movies I ever watched when I was allowed to watch. Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't allowed, but this is only an M movie, so I was 14, something like that. I don't know. But it was one of the first ones I watched, and I fucking adored it. And I was like, oh, this James Wan and Leigh Whannell, they're my favorite, and they've still been my favorite for a while. So Insidious is just like the first one. No matter of course, it's not the perfect film, but I just give it so much excuses because it was the first one. It delved deep into what I fear, and it's like not like a guy running around I could beat up. It's not like a ghost just haunting. It's like, no, this is like a demon guy who just loves torturing people. And I don't know. These films connected to me. James Wan, Leigh Whannell, have loved their careers for a long time. My mum's met Leigh Whannell, so fucking
damn.
But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. So if I'm not,
I'm apologizing for that, Dad. Really quickly. But yes, I mean, we'll talk more about it when we do our review for 1 and 2. We're doing a double feature.
We're doing
review
that next
for Insidious 1 and 2. But yeah.
So
this franchise means a lot to
you.
So
this one, when this one was announced, I was like, and when Patrick was set to direct, I was excited, and then I saw the writing stuff for it, and Scott Teems was a part of it. But let's not talk.
Yeah. If you don't know who Scott Teems is, he wrote Halloween. Okay. He wrote Halloween Kills. He wrote Halloween Kills and killed Halloween for me. He also wrote Firestarter,
which we haven't seen.
We haven't seen that. But what do you think that went? How do you think that went?
Would you say Halloween is your favorite franchise?
For sentimental reasons, yes. It's not the best.
Insidious is not the best, but is my favorite franchise. Scream is better, but this is my.
And without saying anything,
he touched both.
He touched both, not in the best ways, maybe. And for that reason,
this is the non-spoiler part. We both didn't love this movie. I would say.
Yeah. And because of what he did to us, I think it's fair to say that this channel, as a whole, has a nemesis.
We have a fucking nemesis,
and his name is Scott Teems.
And
we don't like him.
We don't like him.
He's like nemesis from Resident Evil 3, but less cool.
Yeah, and get out of here.
He's bad, and we don't like him. And how could you do this?
I'm trying to hold it.
Get rid of him.
I'm trying to hold it together.
Get him out. Get him out. Get my son the juice. No, sorry. Sorry.
He's also touching the Exorcist franchise.
He's touching the. Oh God.
Luckily, I haven't seen.
I know a lot of you are Exorcist franchise fans. I know it's your favorite franchise.
Tell us how Scott Teems has touched your life.
Okay. That's okay, but I fucking don't like Scott Teems.
We're a support group for Scott Teems.
We don't support him.
Not for him.
But we don't like him.
For the effect that he's had in our lives.
You know what? He probably doesn't even support SAG after. He's probably like, the writers' strike. More stuff for me.
More like writers wipe my ass.
Oh, let me eat all of that movie.
More like swag for me.
Yo, get out of here. Get out of here, Scott. Look at this. I'll kill you. I'll kill you, Scott Teems. I'll kill your dad.
I'll kill your dad. This is joke.
I'll kill your dad, Scott Teems.
This is joke.
I'll get rid of your body. I'll kill your dad.
You kill his dad?
I'll kill your dad. No, I'll kill him dead.
I'll kill him dead.
And I'll grab your corpse.
Let's not even review the movie.
And I'll kill you dead. I'm sure you're a nice guy, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you're a lovely guy. And you know what? Good for you for getting these franchises.
Like, you've worked with, so many cool people. It just sucks that you're a bad writer.
Yeah, ooh. And ooh. But no, we'll talk more about you.
What turned you into a whiny little shit? My favorite line from this movie. Hey, what turned you into the little one?
Anyway, I think we've been talking a little bit too long. We're going to get straight to the talking, which is straight to the review. So that was a little non-spoiler. We didn't love the movie.
No.
That's a little thin. But let's get into
better than
stuff.
Halloween Kills, I'd say.
Yes.
Because...
I don't know, actually.
The first 30 minutes is.
I feel like Halloween Kills, there was more shit going on.
That's true. But I'd rather watch this movie, and I'm not as offended watching this one.
Yeah, this movie isn't offensive, but I would probably rewatch Kills more than I would rewatch this movie.
Yeah.
Not because it's more offensive, it's just that it's more fun.
Yeah.
In my view.
Yeah.
And I don't like Kills.
It's easier to make fun of. In this one, I'm too sad.
It's just anyway. But we've said stuff that we'll get straight now to the positives.
Yeah.
The positives. What we do like about this movie. Can I start us off, or do you want to start off?
You go first if you want.
Hold up.
Okay.
It had some. They weren't amazing, but it had some decent scares. Decent scares.
Yeah, it had some scares. It certainly had them.
It had some decent scares. The hospital one.
That one was good.
Where he was in his scan. He's getting scanned. His brain scanned.
CAT scan.
Whoa, that was good.
Mm-hmm. That was actually a good scare.
Like, that's a top 10 Insidious scare.
Yeah, like that's horrifying.
Oh, also, I should preference. I haven't seen 3 or 4. I have only seen 1, 2, and then I was like, okay, cool. Let's watch this one. I want to see
bearing.
3. I want to see 4.
No bearing. Literally, the other 3 have no bearing in this film.
Yeah,
so,
but we may do a franchise ranking in the future if you want it. But any hoot. I thought there were decent scares. I felt tense. You know, when there was the vomiting kid in the house and in the party house, the frat house. I felt tense when he was like, "Oh God, he's not in the bathroom. Where is he?" Yeah. I felt that. It wasn't amazing, but it was
loved.
Good.
They weren't really scare scenes, but like the painting, like him in art class, and he's like, and he's like drawing, and then the hand goes. And I don't know. I like there are parts of this movie that are like, that's Insidious, my God. Like that's the spooks.
Yes.
That's the end of my sentence.
And cool. But do you want to go to a positive? Do you want to add on to that? How do you feel?
One of my other positives was the first 30 minutes. I don't actually know the times but like I'd say like the first 30 minutes, like because you're not up to like the part where you're like, okay, when is this happening? It's like I'm into it. It's a decent setup. You've got that kind of scare with him looking at his phone and there's a guy running up to him. You're like, not running, but walking up to him like, oh, what is that? And you've got them going to the school. You got the setup. You got an interesting side character with Chris. You got an interesting setup with the painting and the drawing. And I'm like, oh, what does this mean? And it's like it's setting up some good stuff. And then the first 30 minutes very strong. It didn't have any bad writing, except for him turning to a little shit. I don't even hate that line. I just find it funny. I enjoyed the first 30 minutes. And I also wrote hospital scares. So.
I can't really tell how long of it was just the opening, but I enjoyed some of it. I like it was nice. It was nice.
It was good setup until it became bad setup.
It was a good setup, but then it kept on setting up.
Yeah, that's
and then
we'll talk about
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But and did you done with that positive? Should I move on to another one?
Pretty much, I've gone through my positives by just kind of, I've already said them. I just painting scenes and remembering past through living through the scenes and having them interact, like actually like interacting with the scenes.
Yeah, okay, so that was one of my positives where I like the concept of like the art school and discovering your memories through painting
and then
using charcoal. And I thought that was cool because that is a really cool plot line and it's great because it really also really connects back to the original with that character who did lots of drawings of things, and so I think I really like that plot line.
This movie has so many great ideas. It just Scott fucking Teams was like had all these great ideas. Leigh Whannell and James Wan were spitting him great ideas, and they went off to make better films. And then like they're like, okay, Scott Teams, we trust you. And then Scott sat down with a 20,000 pack of beer, and he sat down on his typewriter, and he was like, oh fuck, and he fainted and passed out, and then they tried to shake him up like, we got 5 minutes, and then he's like, movie, and then they were like, here's Patrick.
That's another positive that I was also going to say is that the story ideas, the concepts
are really good.
Are solid. I mean, they're where you would want our characters to go. You would want you want them to it's interesting.
Start remembering.
You want them to remember. It's interesting with the divorce. It's because that would happen. It's good that we have some stuff for the dad's dad, and we have some stuff about like them mending their relationship and going to the further and remembering and being okay with it, and kind of reshaping the idea of what the further is, so like not being scared of it anymore, but being like that was something of my past, and I can
you have to remember,
not be proud of it, but like that's okay.
Remember it,
They're really like that really lovely ending. With the
and
painting.
Like making the demon a symbol of that. In ways wasn't the best, but like having the demon be like a constant, like him grabbing the hand and him being a figure around, and it's like bringing back like trying to make it a metaphor
Mm-hmm. But the concept's really cool. But the thing is that when it actually, like, on paper, I can imagine this movie being like really solid.
Yeah.
But when you actually, you know, go and actually make it into a film, the screenplay just just a lot of nothing.
It's like
a lot of
in between the story points, there's nothing to watch.
But we'll get to that. So we're going straight to the negatives. But there are still some positives. I'll move on to a positive I like. I really liked the new kind of girl character.
Chris, yeah.
I forgot. Is that her name?
Chris, yeah.
Chris. Chris. I thought she was great. I think she, like, for the most part, kind of stole the show for me.
Yeah.
Like, all of her scenes are fantastic. She had all this, like, energy to her that was really great. I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was funny. I thought she was had some great quips.
I think usually I'm not the biggest fan of introducing, like, funny characters into, like, a franchise that isn't really funny. Because, like, you know, you've got the Leigh Whannell and the Angus something, which are kind of the funny guys. They do a bit of quips in the other two movies. But like this, but like, you know, it's kind of the Halloween effect, you know, like in the new Halloween movies, they kind of add comedy, and I didn't like it in that, but in this one, I was like, okay, I accept this funny character because they're in college and there's going to be people like that, and it didn't take away from any scenes, and I enjoyed it.
No, I thought she was great, and I thought she, like, basically stole the show with every scene that she was in, even kind of outshining, you know, the original guy.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Yeah, I thought she was great, and for the most part, to connect to that to a broader positive. I think the acting from everyone was mostly really good.
Yeah.
Like, I think there were some scenes that were like, ooh, but I think everybody was great, and from, you know, the kid to, you know, Patrick to Rose Byrne. There was one, I'm just gonna say, because we're on the topic of talking about actors, and I like how they were like, let's have the original actors. But, like, the little brother, for not the main guy, but the little brother, he's not the best actor.
They didn't give him much chance.
He
tried his damn hardest.
He's not great, and I don't want to shit on him. But he just wasn't.
No, I know what you mean.
No, he just wasn't great.
Yeah.
But that's
he wasn't in too many.
But I was happy to see him, though. I was like, yay, it's the original cast.
The daughter wasn't really
fantastic
there, which is Chrissy or whatever her fucking name is.
I guess so. She was there at the beginning.
Yeah, she was at the beginning, and then I kind of would have preferred to see her.
Yeah, I like to see the full family.
Yeah.
Don't just show us the full family at the funeral.
Yeah.
I love to see the full family. Yeah. Do something more, make it more more family based instead of, you know, whatever.
Like, why just
Anyway, we'll get to the negatives, but just he wasn't the best actor, but I was happy to see the original cast back. I was happy that Blumhouse was like, you know what, we'll bring him back. We won't just cast someone random, even though he wasn't the best actor. But that's okay.
But he was doing like 3 scenes.
Do you want to say any other positives? Do you want me to move on?
I think mainly it's a continue with the painting, revealing the memories, exploring the further with new eyes, made it feel like there was new ideas happening, like new ideas. You just started staring, and I was like, "What the fuck?" New ideas and, like, exploring, like, the expanding of, like, the time travel aspect that was said in number 2, and, like,
the time travel aspect.
Well, kind of. They travel.
I forgot about that. What was
number
was that
2?
Again?
Like they like
the further is like
So remember, like, in the first movie, the door keeps opening, and then we realize that that's actually Jason, whatever his name is, Patrick Wilson from the second movie opening the door,
right?
And then like the alarm goes off, and like when it's like back when he's a kid and he starts talking to someone, and there's actually Patrick from the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, and that gets introduced with when the Dalton leaves the hammer for his dad to try to kill him, and like it's like whoa, good ideas that aren't original but are technically original for this movie. But, like, you know, it's ideas that we already have. It's nothing new. Like, we have that. Like, that's been done in the previous movie.
Sure.
But it was done well, and I appreciated that, like, the interaction between the painting and then him grabbing the painting. I don't know. It was good.
Yeah, nice.
I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna move on. I don't think I have too many more positives.
Nope.
But Patrick Wilson did a decent job directing.
Yeah, first time. Good directing.
It was good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if he had more amazing sequences to direct, he could have done great with it.
Better writer.
But he did the best he could with, I guess, the scenes that was written. But yeah, it was a decent directing, and I love to see him do some more directing, just because I love Patrick Wilson. But it was good. It was decent.
Do you know he's in Watchmen?
I did not know he was in
I
Watchmen.
didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
Apparently, it's his only film he rewatches.
Sorry?
The only film.
The movie Watchmen, not the show. Okay, cool. Do I have any other? The dad concept was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And how that it's like a familial thing. I don't think they did anything really interesting with it. But I think it was cool just learning, I guess, about
that he has
Patrick
a dad.
Wilson's dad. I don't.
Again.
I don't know if
cool ideas.
They have cool concepts. They just don't do anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that is kind of it. All I have for the positives. How about you?
For the positives.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our negatives. Our negatives for this movie.
Mine are long negatives. Like I've wrote them out.
Cool. Do you want to start? Should I start? How do you? Okay. I think the biggest negative, and I think this is an overarching negative, is that for most of the movie, it feels like it's just waiting to begin. Like for the majority of this movie, it feels like for at least an hour to an hour and 30 minutes of if this is a 2-hour movie,
it's just set up.
It just feels like it's just wait. Like we're waiting the entire time to go. Oh, wait for them to remember. Yeah. Wait for them to remember. And I guess I don't know what to say. I guess you could do that. But it's just like, okay, I kind of want something interesting to happen.
Yeah.
It's
because they can't do anything interesting because they don't remember, and it's just set up. And then when they get to something to remember, it's like, okay, interesting stuff's happening. Movie's done. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And it just feels like, I don't know. And because of that, it just does kind of feel kind of boring and tedious. Yeah. And that doesn't mean they don't give us some scares. It doesn't mean there isn't a few hauntings, throughout the movie.
None of it's connected to the actual plot.
Yeah, because we want scares. Because like we when watching this, we want them to. Not early on, but like midway through,
face adversity.
Go like, oh my god, I remember my past, and then this big kind of climax thing happens with like the lipstick demon, and we want that to be like a bigger plot line. We want that to be a bigger plot line where like, oh shit, we're gonna close this, we're gonna get rid of because it's the final entry.
Yeah.
So we want that to be like, we want them not like we can have them not remember, but we want a lot of the action to be with them. Oh, they're remembering and things going on. But there isn't.
I don't think there's any moment. There's only one moment in this movie where the red-faced demon actually like appears to one of them before the climax. That's like like the hand, sure, but like Patrick Wilson and Dalton, like he sees like the villain of the movie pretty much that everyone was waiting for that was in the marketing has one scene where he grabs the woman on the floors, Chris, and then goes nah, and then disappears.
Yeah,
that's all we get of. But we get 2 scenes of the vomiting guy. We get a jump scare, amazing jump scare. The guy in the hospital. We get jump scares with the dad multiple times. But the actual demon, there's no setup or relation to the demon and the dad, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna. Also, with that's another thing. There is no actual correlation between the dad remembering what's happening and what Dalton is doing. They're 2 separate things, and they come together like at the end, but it doesn't mesh well because Dalton is remembering his father in the painting, but also the red-faced demon, and Dad Patrick Wilson is remembering the father and also being possessed, but not even remembering, I don't know, the woman in black, the person who fucking possessed him. She has nothing to do with this except for in that one jump scare that was brought in from another movie. There's no relation. So he has his own plot point, and they come together, and Patrick Wilson is holding the door for a red-faced demon, which he has no connection to, that he doesn't even remember except for being told a minute beforehand by his wife. So there's no connection between them. So I just realized why the dad is facing this demon that he has no connection to. And Dalton's the one who runs off and then paints the door, which is cool. But where's the connection? Where's the actual plot? Where's the through line? There's no through line. It's just nothing. And then they bring it together at the end and go, cool, movie done. There's nothing. Right. I've just realized there's nothing there. He's my favorite demon of all time, and you bring him back to go, nah, and then that's it.
Yes.
That's like bringing Michael back and him going, and then that's done.
Right.
Anyway, continue with your negative.
The Michael thing to do is, no, but yeah, I guess it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really add anything to that.
That wasn't
but
formulated well because I just thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of wasted potential by Scott teams. But okay. The third act also kind of felt very short because we are talking about how the movie is just gone for very long.
Yeah.
Like
it's separated.
Like
from most of the movie.
They're kind of separated for the majority of the movie, and then at the very end, it's very short. Yeah. It's literally just like, oh, wait a second, the lipstick demons. Oh, probably with my guy, probably with my son. Okay, let's just run over there. Okay, you're safe now, and that's the movie.
Yeah, and
like there's no like big like not combat, but there's not this like big like fight or whatever, or like
or
multiple rooms, or like all these you know.
Imagine a lipstick face chase sequence. So because the first one they didn't have the budget for it because they only did that little clop 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 scene. But in this movie, you know, do what you couldn't do, and like except for just holding a door for like 5 minutes, like that's not visually interesting. Yeah,
and it's just and it also just I wanted them to do something more with the family because they only I know that it's very focused on those two.
Also, Rose Byrne is probably expensive, but
but still like I it's kind of. Like
it's disappointing.
It's like they're good characters, but like to be honest, my favorite characters, the character from Insidious and Insidious 2 probably was Rose Byrne. Like, and I feel like she has all this.
Yeah, she has a lot of character in the first.
I just feel like it's just a bit like I know it's based on those two, but like nothing really goes on with Patrick Wilson. He kind of just
fucks around for a bit.
And then there's some like it's kind of interesting with the
he stumbles
into
like
learning
everything.
The skills.
He literally gets shoved the information, and then all it does is go, "Oh, a hospital tag. Let's go to the hospital. My dad's dead. That's sad. Let's go to my wife."
But I feel like also the ending of 1 and 2, where it's like it's insanely important that they forget so we can close those gates and nothing happens. For this one, it feels like there's not much stakes.
No,
like it just feels like it's the lipstick red.
Yeah.
It feels like it's the sorry. It feels like it's the the lipstick red demon's gonna come and possess you if you do that. But like they barely show the other ghosts. They barely show the woman in white was kind of the more terrifying villain for at least Patrick.
And she shows up for that one jump scare. She's strangled.
Like I feel like half the reason why they're like trying to have their minds be like delete that part of their thinking is to avoid the woman in white possessing him, but she's not important in this movie at all. It's just a lipstick red demon because hey, we know he's iconic.
Yeah,
hey, we know the fans love that guy.
But barely shows up.
But actually, story wise, the more important. No offense.
No, I know
the more important villain is that woman in black.
The
white or
the wedding dress
woman in white. Then I think.
No, but
she wedding dress, I guess, is the woman.
The woman.
Because, like, she's been haunting the family for generations. Because the dad, that should have, like...
that should have connected with the dad.
Even the dad, like, I'm pretty sure was, like, haunted by the woman. So shouldn't she have been more important in the movie? Like, shouldn't she be, like, the big nemesis, the big, like, arching villain? Because, like, don't get me wrong, the lipstick red demon is awesome and kick-ass, and we want him back. We 100% want him back. But story-wise...
The bride in black.
The bride in black. Yeah. Story-wise, it just feels like she might have been more of an important antagonist to possess Patrick again.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. We don't want them to be possessed again. We don't want Patrick to be possessed again. So shouldn't she be important?
Yeah.
If this is the final movie of the franchise, apparently, and she's like an overarching villain for the entire family from generations, shouldn't she be more important than just hey, it's the lipstick red demon that's going to do some spooky shit because we love him?
Yeah.
But it's like that.
Patrick has no stakes in this movie. He just like wants to remember, and then because he's remembering, he has a few jump scares. And then he sees his dad, and he knows his dad is also there. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. My dad's not an asshole. And then,
but it feels.
And then,
do you know
what it should have been? his dad protecting him from the bride in black.
Yeah.
And then we have the red face, the lipstick demon hunting Dalton.
Yeah.
So 2 stories of the 2 demons. And then it comes together into a wacky...
Yeah, they go like, I don't believe in you!
Yeah.
I don't believe... And
Yeah.
then do something like that. Do something. But it's like, they just said, okay, let's use the red lipstick
but
demon.
He's barely... Even
but he's also barely in it. So it's
because, like... It makes sense for the lipstick face demon to be pissed at Dalton because he never got... He's like, that's the one that got away. Yeah. You know? Because, like... And they kind of play with that because when he gets in there and there's, like, those he's like recreated the scenes from the first movie, you know, Dalton on the ladder, him in the coma, and it's like, oh my god, this guy has been thinking about Dalton for like years. Like this has been his one thing that got away. So this demon is trying to get him, and it's like, oh shit. And then it's like, oh my god, it's going to be a great ending. We're going to get the red face demon. And it's like, the dad's like, let's get out of here. And he closes the door. And the demon's like, shucks. And that's it.
Yeah.
And the plot with the dad and Dalton realizing that the dad was the person who tried to kill him, that whole plot point gets solved by Patrick going, no, it wasn't me. Let's get out of here. And Dalton's like, okay. And then because that's what the movie was setting up, right? That Dalton was remembering his past.
Yeah, so
then he goes back in time to give his dad the hammer. That doesn't come back at fucking all. Like, he gives him the hammer, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm the one who gave my dad the hammer that was about to kill me. I'm seeing my dad about to kill me. And then I confront my dad. Hey, you tried to kill me. And the dad's like, And it's like the meme with the snake and Eve. Oh God, don't tell me not to eat this apple. And the snake's like, no. It's exactly that. Then Patrick's like, no, it wasn't me. No. And then they run out.
Because you could have then done a plotline with the Bride in Black where it's like, that's how he proves
and then the fucking Bride in Black is like, no, it wasn't me. Gets him out of there. They escape the red face demon. And it's like, oh shit. And then Dalton has to face the dad, now not forgetting what happened, now remembering what's in the past, and he has to face his dad possessed by the demon, and then faces him. And then they have to fight him with Byrne, and then they have to save him, and they come together, and that's the ending.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Scott teams. There's a better ending. You're
oh shit. Oh god. Oh. Merry Christmas. Anyway. So also the writing wasn't good. No. Okay. I'm gonna move on to another negative. Because there's still more. Can you believe that? Can you believe there's more? Yes, we still have more negatives. So the negative I'm going to move to is this may be a nitpick. I don't think it is. Actually, it is a bit of a nitpick because it's not all the time.
What is it?
But there were some moments of a little bit of cringe dialogue to me that I...
Why did you turn to a little shit?
Kind of like fight
Yeah.
was a bit cringe. But also there's a specific line that just made me go like, oh god. Where he's on the phone with, he's like, tell me, little brother.
Oh yeah.
He goes like, tell me, little brother. This is. And it's like, fucking hell.
In America,
bro.
is that very common to like actually like
call someone little brother?
Yeah. That's not an Australian thing.
I don't think it's an American thing.
It happens in every TV show. It's always like, hey brother, hey sister, and I'm just like, is that normal? I've never called my brothers, hey brother, except for as a joke.
Yo, bro.
But in that scene, in that context, it's so funny.
But it's like, tell me, little brother. Well, this happened. No, but I just found that was a little bit cringe. Bit of a cringe fail. Yeah. But But on the same time, not all the dialogue was bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was some decent dialogue.
Good job, Scott teams.
You
did slightly better than Halloween Kills.
It wasn't it was better. Oh god, it was much better dialogue than Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Scott
Evil
teams.
didn't die.
Scott teams, well done. You're getting slowly better.
You're getting an F+.
You're getting slowly better, Scott teams.
Scott teams.
But I don't like you still. Anyway, have a good day.
Have a good day, Scott. Put the bins out.
Do you want to move on to
I'm going to quickly just movie never stops starting. We talk about this takes too long to get anywhere.
Pacing wasn't great, by the way.
Needs to go, but when it gets to the point, it rushes and finishes with a floundering flush. Mother's drawing gets ripped up, doesn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know when he draws the mother,
that's
and
fine.
it's like the mother is and he rips it up, and the camera goes, not even a mention of it. I'm like, okay. No, it's not a big negative. It's just like a. What's the point of that?
Oh, sure.
thought that music wasn't used to the best of its abilities in this one. Now,
yeah, the score was just fine.
The Insidious theme or the Void Figure 7 is what it gets remastered in every single Insidious movie in number 2 and 3. Like you get used, and then because that's like when I was trying to look up to get the soundtrack, it was like Void Figure 7 like 1, 2, and 3. Like apparently it's like the most iconic one. This movie was like, yeah, but like, how about just it in the background at like once, just and then it's just like never again. I like in the first one, in the second one, I don't like the jump scare noises all the time and the lead up noise, because Void Figure 7 gets used not in lead up, it gets used in like the actual creepy imagery when it actually shows the demon. It goes and like that's what I love about it. Obviously, this like the Insidious franchise is like a fault that I can give it is that it uses the jump scare like and it uses the when they're about to open the door. I'm like, okay, I can live without that. But the actual score and theme of this movie, I think like it's unconventional. It's not just the horror strings. It's like the best horror strings. It's not just generic horror strings. It's like you can hear them play it. You can hear like the people like using their instruments. You can hear the drums. You can hear like the plucking, and it's like weird, and it's like not like, it's like when you hear horror strings, it feels like an orchestra just like doing it professionally. In this one, it just feels like so like rustic, and I love it. But in this one, it's like no, like the character of the score isn't there. It's boring. It's not used. The piano music is used way up. It just wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
I need some water. You do a negative.
Now this is I forgot about time travel, so maybe this negative doesn't stand anymore. But I felt the lore around the dark place, I feel like it was a bit weirdly used in this one. Not weirdly used, but it was just kind of like,
no, I know what you mean.
There was like, I forget things go probably faster or slower or whatever in the dark place. Mm-hmm. But there were moments where I was like, how the heck did Patrick Wilson get from his house all the way down to the university so fast?
Yeah.
Like he gets there so fast.
Yeah.
Like when the guy's possessed by the demon, he's like, he just gets there really fast. And it's like, what the fuck? How? Yeah. What is this is such a, like the one thing that's just weird about the dark place is that it's just the further. It's just, I guess it doesn't need to have tangible rules. You don't need to give it rules, but it feels like, oh, it's very, very flexible in this one. Like you can go really fast. You can do whatever.
Yeah. Because like Dalton has to walk up the stairs. He doesn't just appear upstairs. You know?
Yeah. So it's like, is it where you why does open up your door and then you think of the place and you get there really fast? Was that it?
Yeah, but also like, why it's tangible and you can walk in your room, but also you can go to the different dimension. Is that the different dimension?
I think it's like you have your house, like you have your building
where you're in,
and then you open it up, and it's like
you can choose,
I keep getting mixed up with like the upside down. Like right. It doesn't have the same rules as the upside down, where it is literally geographically.
You fool, you idiot.
So maybe I don't think this negative stands anymore. But I felt like I didn't really understand the rules completely. But now that I think about it, like. You inside your house, you open it up, you think of the place, you go towards it, you there. Yeah.
So then why doesn't Dalton just fucking sleep in his room and go see the pukey boy? Hmm? Because he's like, I need to go sleep time in the place to speak to pukey boy. And
he doesn't know everything yet.
Yeah, but he goes there, doesn't sleep, and then sees pukey boy. So why does he go like, okay, I need to go sleep there? That's a different thing. That's a different variable in the equation. He didn't sleep. He just was vibing. Like, so I would try, if I was Dalton and not Scott Teems, I would be like, oh, and then I'll sleep and then try to walk. Because he's never tried.
So I'm a bit tired.
I'm a bit tired from this movie.
Yeah, I don't have too many more distinctive negatives.
Visual effects felt lackluster with the budget movie comparatively. So, in the first movie, there are visual effects, but like 2011, $1 million budget. 2010, $1 million
Jesus
budget.
Christ. 2010.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not 2011.
I'm sorry.
It's not 2011 anymore. It's 2010.
No, but in 2010,
No.
oh, 2009 probably, because it would have been made in 2009. Visual effects, $1 million budget, didn't have the best, and they did what they could. And in the second one, bigger budget, and the effects were better. In this one, there are times where the visual effects are actually tremendously bad that it shocked me. It actually shocked me. And I'm like, I know Patrick, probably his first time working with visual effects, first time directors, it's hard to get a grasp, but that's what the visual effects supervisor is there for. And they didn't do a good job, in my opinion. There are some parts where I'm like, okay, that works very well. And there are parts where I'm like, I could see the Premiere profile and them using key points to like fucking, I don't know, like I could see it. Like I could see like how they did it. And I'm like, I could have done better than that. Which sucks because I hate visual effects. And I hate it, but like it takes me so long and it's such a time crunch. But like I could, like, this is one shot and I'm like, I could do better than that. The $16 million movie. I could do better than that. And then there are scenes that like the visual effects take me out of it. I'm like, why is this makes me feel like I'm taken out. I'm not scared. Like with the zoom in into the mouth opening, it looks cool, but I'm just like, oh shit, it kind of took me out of it. And I was like, oh, that's okay. And then when like the door and he's like looking his face out of the door, it doesn't look great. It just suddenly the movie's like, visual effects, and then it doesn't know what to handle, and it's just got disappointing.
Okay. Do you have any other negatives? Because I'm done. My list is done.
So much setup and build up. There was no build for a villain or an antagonist, as them being hidden in the shadows and not doing much makes it seem like our characters can do whatever. And until the very end, when they finally face some adversity and then immediately get out of it. So literally, there's no villain, there's no bad guy, and then suddenly they can just get out of it. Yeah. My baby boy demon didn't get any build up when he's been fun to see him explored more. It would have been fun to see him explore more, seeing him haunt Dalton, mess with him directly, feel his antagonistic presence, anger towards the family, like the sculptures, which were fun, exploring the demon, but besides him being drawn. I think the demon would have had a lot of character, and he already has a lot of character. Why does he listen to this music? Why does he have these hands? Why does he like? Why does he live in like a circus? Like, and it could have been shown through more storytelling. We could have had like literally like a scene of Sunley which in the further, and we're in his base and we see him making this stuff. Like imagine like Dalton sleeping and he's tired, and then suddenly he's falling, and then you see there's like bang, and there's cuts of like the demon like putting the arm of the mannequin into the doll, and then like boom, and then we see him like the demon like sharpening his nails, and then flash, and then we see the demon like getting prepared to finally, and then we see the door open, and then it cuts to him waking up. Because like, wouldn't that have been so much? We don't even see the door open. It's like close the door. We don't even see it open.
Yeah.
Until the very end. Imagine like seeing. Oh my god! I'm imagining in my head the lipstick face demon. Like we see like him preparing, doing all that stuff, like the flashes of him preparing, and like Dalton's trying to sleep, and then suddenly like the door just open, and then you just hear the twigs, which is his sound effect, and then it cuts, or you even see like his tail whip out, and then it's like boom, demon is out, and then we have the scenes of the demon over the woman's body. And then we can get the woman, the bride in black, to actually be an antagonist, and then we see all that stuff. And talking about, and this is probably my final one, Dalton being possessed, 5 seconds. That's a
I don't know. What's the 5 seconds? It felt like it was longer.
Yeah, but what does he do? Absolutely nothing.
He
throws Chris on the wall.
He attacks Chris.
And then he goes like, "Oh, I'm gonna sleep now," because I just thought if that what was the movie was setting up was Dalton finally being possessed.
Maybe that could be the plotline itself. Like Dalton's possessed by.
Yeah, wouldn't that be so? And then like and then we finally see what the demon wanted to do in the first place. Like, why does he want life? We know he wants life, but why? Wouldn't that be so interesting,
Yeah,
Scott
if they
Teams?
if that happened like halfway through the movie,
Yeah.
and then there's a good chunk of evil shit going on that's leading to the third act, and then the third act is like getting rid of the lipstick demon. That could be more interesting.
And then Patrick could be dealing with the Bride in Black. And then
what if he becomes the Bride in Black
and they team
it's
up?
A team up, and they start like punching people's tires.
Yeah.
And go,
Yeah.
gonna be. Anyway,
No. But anyway, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done as well. I'm dunny thick. Sorry. Sorry. You okay? Don't drink that again. I'm done. Anything? But yeah, okay, I'm done.
I'm
so
done.
You're done.
I'm tired of this movie.
So let's get straight to our rating. What we're gonna give it. So normally I'm gonna give you a brief rundown, as we always do. At the very bottom of our rating is shit show. We have a thermometer of basically levels of what we can rate movies. But at the very bottom is shit show. It's a just horrible, bad. There's nothing good about it. It's just awful. Never show me that again. Gross, cringe, fail. Not great. And then above that is ball snore, get out the red door. No, ball snore, get out the door. Ball snore, get out the door is just that this movie's boring. Like it's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie, but there's nothing really going for it at all. It's just like, I guess there's a cool little thing, but not great. Then there's book appointment for disappointment. A book appointment for disappointment. It's a movie that's like, it could have been great. It really could have been great. There were elements that were working, but for the most part, it just didn't work, and it was just a massive disappointment. Or just it could have worked, but it didn't work, which sucks. Some people might like it, but to us, we're just like, nah. It just didn't work. And then above that is, hey, it's fun. It's a movie that's like, it's flawed, but it's fun. Like it's mostly great. It's like mostly just a decent time, decent watch. Yeah, it has a couple of issues, but you know what? For the most part, it's great. And then above that is Fantastically Splendid, which is just a solid horror movie, solid good film. Check it out. Well worth your time. Hey, it's fun can also be that, but this one's like, this is solid. This is a proper, good film. Yeah, it has a few negatives, but can't stop it from being fantastic. And then above that is Masterpiece / Classic, which is it's the best. It's the most fantastic. There was like little to no flaws, and if there is a flaw, it's a nitpick. And it's just a really good overall movie, fantastic. And it's either a classic or it's bound to be a classic. So our rating, I don't know really at the moment.
I have 2.
It'd be funny to say ball snore, get out the red door.
That's a second. That's
like
worse than some of the worst movies we've seen.
Yeah, like I gave what? Oh no, I didn't give Halloween Kills a
We didn't review Halloween Kills.
Like I would have given that probably a disappointment, but even though that deserves less. But on the same time, does it?
It's like when I watch this film, it's like, oh, it's it's disappointing, but it's Insidious. But then, like, when we started talking, and then I started, like, actually, like, thinking about what this movie could have been, like, thinking about, like, what this movie actually gave us, it kind of is a ball snore, get out the door.
Get out the red door.
Get out the red door.
I guess, but here's the same thing. Like, it does also embody. It does embody a disappointment because it's like it has elements that could work.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
And I feel like the movie does have.
Yeah.
And it's like at the end, it ends, and it's not like.
Yeah, it's not atrocious.
It's not atrocious. Like it's at the end. At the end of the day, it ends on the counterpoints you want it to end on. It just doesn't do really to get it there. And I feel like it's a movie that like. Like if I'm thinking we gave I don't know what you gave Halloween Ends, but I gave Halloween Ends a disappointment, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it fits very much well with the Halloween Ends thing, where it's like it has some good things going for it, but the majority of the experience is boring. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
But it has the end points that you want it to end. Mm-hmm. So it's like I feel like it's the same thing with this one, where it's like I like some of the ending themes. It looks like they really did attempt to do something.
They did try.
But the script just wasn't great, and they could have done something more. So I'm going to give it a disappointment.
I'll give it a disappointment.
But it's on the low disappointment.
Yeah. So it's the lowest.
Because Bullets Don't Get Out the Door, that's what we gave VHS. And that was just not great.
Yeah, this is better than VHS.
This is better than VHS. So no offense to VHS.
Offense to VHS.
But like I'm gonna give this one a disappointment. Louis giving this one a
I think
disappointment.
this is like the most disappointment. Oh, it's okay, buddy. I'm not booking an appointment to this shit show.
Buddy, it's okay. If you notice, we're very kind of mellow and slow. That's just because it's sad. It's not a great time to do this review. I'm less offended. You know, Halloween ends. Yeah. I was still kind of in that haze. I think I was still trying to defend it a lot.
Yeah, you idiot.
But I still like elements of it. But basically, yeah. So we're a bit slow with this one. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about a better movie.
Yeah, disappointment. Book appointment for disappointment is what we gave it. Mm-hmm. It's around like 2.5 stars. Yeah. I don't know if it deserves that, but it's alright. But yeah, Book Appointment for Disappointment, you're so welcome to watch it. Go and watch it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you permission. You can go and watch it.
You can go watch it.
But we're about to end the segment, but before we do, we end on what we always do, a little quiz. Now, last week we asked you a lovely question. I don't remember that question.
What the fuck was the dick?
So what
was the penis?
Well, yes.
What was the penis?
It was a subjective question.
It was what was the penis?
What? Yeah, it wasn't like a regular quiz. It was
what was the penis?
What was that penis? And you guys gave some great answers.
Great answers.
I want you. Yeah.
It hasn't come out long enough.
We're gonna, for the answer of that quiz, we're gonna give our subjective point of view of what they are.
All right.
So, Louis, what was that penis?
I think the penis was.
This is Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid.
The big penis. Spoilers for Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
The big penis in the attic.
Yeah. I think it's a metaphor for my lack of interest in the movie. Damn. That I'd rather be thinking about a giant penis than Beau is Afraid.
you just said you prefer to think about a big penis rather than Beau is Afraid.
Yep.
No. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
What
was yours?
That I was gonna be like somewhat serious with it.
No. Yeah. Go.
I'm gonna make this really quick. Because I know you're not here for me to talk about Beau is Afraid. You're here for the Insidious. But if you're staying, good on you. There's one thing that I talked to Louis about, and this isn't about the penis, but this kind of is about the penis. I didn't say this. I was thinking, it's like, hey, Louis, should we put this in the review? Even though we just filmed it, we didn't put it in the review because I just didn't film it.
Because he was stupid.
But basically, we didn't love Beau is Afraid, but I kind of like it more if this theory is correct. And the theory was basically that, like, if you've watched the movie, you saw spoilers. He has sex with the girl, and we all know that the big plot line, not big plot line, but we know like a big thing is that once he has sex, he's gonna die.
He's gonna fucking die.
But we saw that didn't happen, or did it? The theory is this, and this is probably correct, is that he did have sex, he did die. He's kind of in this like hell state because his mom, who's supposedly dead, is there as well, and everything is going crazy. And the dad, I don't think is literally a penis. I don't think the dad is literally a penis. I don't think this movie is that weird enough because from beforehand it was weird, but it wasn't that weird.
Yeah,
so I do think this is kind of a purgatory, hell, abomination, demon kind of looking thing that's the penis. And then the rest of the thing that happens in the movie, like when he goes into the kind of the court scene, it's deciding whether he goes to heaven or hell. Oh. And I think that's what it is because it flips over and that brings him to hell because he didn't do whatever. So basically that's what I think it is that he's being judged. This is kind of the purgatory state. And they're judging him to go like, should he be, forgiven or should he be sent down? And that's what I think it is.
I would say that like that does work, except for why does Amy Ryan then in like one of the scenes go, stop incriminating yourself? Like, what would that relate to?
I don't know. Maybe I think that's a bigger. I don't know. That could be something.
Maybe she's an angel.
I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just saying, if that's why the penis is there, then that makes more sense.
That's pretty much mine as well. I just forgot that we had that conversation.
Yeah. And if that's what it is, then the movie, I might even boop it up to a very low. Hey, it's fun.
Nope.
If that's what that is.
I've never changed my mind about anything ever.
What do we give it? Give it a disappointment?
Disappointment. Yeah.
I might give it a bit. I'm like, oh, it's a bit smart in that way. I'll give it to a hey, it's fun.
This movie, the other movie is better.
If it's true, if it's proven. But we don't have a lot of time. Basically, we now need to do the trivia for Insidious. So the trivia is, we all know the amazing character Lorraine. Lorraine.
Yeah,
right?
the mother.
The mother.
Yep.
No, the mother?
Yeah.
Is it the mother?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you mean Lin Shaye's character?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was Lin Shaye. Never mind.
Oh.
Lorraine. We all know Lorraine. We all know what she's going on. Rose Byrne, am I right? Rose Byrne. No, what?
Patrick Wilson's mother.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. We all know and we all love Lorraine. the Patrick Wilson's mother.
Yeah.
And it was a great job by Barbara Hershey, who played, the mother. But some famous people actually auditioned for that role.
Oh, wait, really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They all auditioned for the role. I am going to name you 4, but one of them did not audition.
Oh, no.
One of them did not audition.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Leigh was about to lie to you.
It is. What?
About to lie to them about one of them.
Yeah, one of them. So I'm gonna name some of the people now, but one of these people actually didn't audition. These 4 actresses, which of these is not Patrick wasn't gonna audition? You know what I said. All right. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman.
Imagine if she...
Emily Blunt.
What? That would be amazing.
Renee Zellweger.
Okay. So one of these didn't?
One of these didn't.
Wait.
And Emma Thompson.
Who's Emma Thompson?
She's British, I think. Those are your 4 names.
Wait. So one of them didn't.
One of them didn't audition.
What the fuck?
So Nicole Kidman, Emily Blunt,
not Emily
Renee
Blunt,
Zellweger, and Emma Thompson.
Emily Blunt's way too young.
Was she? I don't know. She's 40.
Yeah,
she's
40. 30 back then.
Yeah, that's fine.
How old was Patrick Wilson?
Well, let's search up. How old is Patrick Wilson? 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. How old is Nicole Kidman?
Like 60.
No.
Yeah. Like 57?
No. How old is Nicole Kidman?
How old is she?
She's 56.
Oh, 26-year gap between Emily Blunt.
But, like, Patrick Wilson is, like, 50. So 56, that's a bit weird.
But it's better if it's negative.
No, but I'm just saying, they could have done something with that. I don't know. I've just read the thing.
Did Emily Blunt audition for the younger version of Lorraine, number 2?
Maybe.
Did she?
The camera died.
The other camera died.
I don't make the rules. You do. Can you believe that it was Emily Blunt?
It was?
Can you? Maybe. There you go. So give us who do you think I'm favorite about? Give us that answer in the comments below. We love you. Live life, live free. That was our review. Screw you, Scott teams.
Fuck you.
Screw you, Scott teams. And that was Insidious. And please stay tuned because we are going to be doing a review
for the first and second one.
Yes. Double feature Insidious 1 and 2. We love you guys. Live long and smoke that Emily Blunt. No, fuck that. Anyway, have a good one. We love you guys. And thank you for sticking with us. Goodbye.